what's up? I'm Amin Dhillon, and welcome to my podcast. I'm sitting down with the movers and shakers and the stars to chat about life, love, business, and being a total boss. It's raw, it's candid, it's the stories behind the headlines. This is In Conversation. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm Amin Dhillon, and my guest today is Bollywood singing sensation Aaman Trikha is here. Amin, meet Amin.
Yeah.
The two Amins together.
Yeah, so this is a very tricky situation for all the viewers.
Yeah.
Whether to address to you first or, understand who has come. Because all the time, it's only one name being chanted. Aman, Aman, Aman.
So I went to your show and I quickly realized how I think everyone is cheering for me. So people would be like, Amin, Amin. And I'd be like, oh, it's me. And then they would
I want to tell you, all the viewers, that she went to the show. I don't know when did she come and when she left, because she just vanished after the show.
I was on the side. I was watching you.
No, but yeah, she might.
I didn't want to distract you.
She might have got bored after a while.
No, I was like, I didn't want to distract you. Like, what if I went in the front and I was like, Amin, ik minute, Amin, and you'd be like, I'm trying to sing, and then you're trying to get my attention. So that's why I went on the side.
Okay.
So the fans could get your full attention. See, I'm nice that way.
Thank you so much
You're
for coming
welcome.
by. First of all, I'm serious right now, and so it was a lovely and a very.
Your first Canadian performance.
Yeah, first Canadian performance, quite breathtaking, quite scintillating, and very refreshing to see people turning up from their houses and from different parts of the city. Because Toronto, this whole area of Mississauga, Brampton, Vaughan, Caledon, and all those, Scarborough. So they have their own big neighborhood, and that neighborhood is quite vast. So turning up from there in large numbers and filling up that place, and maybe, I don't know whether how much was the count that day. I was told by the organizers later on, it must be around 75, 80 brands. Easily, they were like huge in numbers. And when you, as an artist, when you see them, and when you see them swaying to your tunes and to songs and making requests, and when you fulfill those demands and requests, so they, they don't want anything more than that.
Absolutely. So actually, let's compare it to your other performances. So you have a chance to perform all over the world. What is Canada like in comparison to any other place?
This was my first time, and I'm savoring and enjoying each and every moment. The thing with the abroad gigs, like out of India gigs, is you meet people who are based there since years and years, since generations to generations, and they are very rooted, although they are based abroad, but they are quite rooted and very much grounded to their roots. And that's what, people love about artists who come from India, who come from Bollywood or any part of India. So more than the Indians, of course, in Bombay, everyone is very cool and, pretty easy about it. Even you can see superstars and actors and singers walking down the street, in some mall, shopping, in some restaurant, eating, having a good time in a club. So you can just bump into them because they stay there, we stay there. So it's pretty cool. But outside Bombay, if you go, even in India, like in interiors, in some smaller cities or B towns, so they are so crazy about them. But nevertheless, they are in India. But when you're talking about Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Netherlands, Mauritius, South Africa, I have been to all these places.
That's amazing.
So Fiji Islands, how can I forget that? So wherever you go, even for that matter, Thailand, wherever you go, if Indians are there, they will, just make you feel like a king. And they, with their love, with their blessings, with their hospitality, they make sure that no stone is left unturned for that person's comfort. And people are the person who has come out from their houses, from their homes, away from their country, they don't feel that they are away from the country. So that's the same thing I even shared on stage when I was performing in Bollywood Monster Mashup, that I'm not feeling that I am away from country.
Yeah.
First of all, my relatives are there, my family is here, and then apart from them, there are so many Indians, there are so many Asians who love your music, who love your songs, and so they are like any other fans. They want to take your autograph, take selfies with you.
Yeah.
So it's always a great feelings, and all the more I had been wanting to come here since a very long time. The things were the plans were there, but they didn't materialize in the past. Since last 1.5 years or 2 years, they were in the pipeline, but something or the other used to go haywire. So so this time around, I'm happy. I'm glad that it went through, and it went through very nice.
I think that's so cool that you get this amazing opportunity to travel the world and perform. We were actually talking about where we are from back home.
Yeah.
Apparently we're like neighbors because I'm from near lovely university, even though Amin doesn't know exactly. He thinks it's in Ludhiana. It's actually outside of Jalandhar. And then you're from...
My bad. I'm from Firozpur.
Yeah, so near Moga.
Yeah,
so
near
it's like
Moga.
close by. So I like that we have that connection. And then I'm like, isn't it crazy how both of us, we should have been just hanging out there. Instead, here we are in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm in media and you're singing. So it's funny where life takes you.
Well,
so
I did engineering as well.
yeah, you did. Okay, so actually let's talk about that because I think that's interesting. You actually went into engineering and then you didn't even know you could sing.
Yeah.
So that's
I
like
didn't.
crazy to me. Like as a kid, you know, a song would come on, we all sing. You didn't sing to it?
No, I had,
And you're like, oh, I sound pretty good.
yeah, I could get that feeling. I used to do that. Okay, yeah, this song is good, but I didn't sing it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know and had an idea about it, whether I could sing it or not. I could play it on the keyboard because I used to play keyboards.
Yeah.
But about singing, it was a different ball game altogether, which I realized and discovered somehow in the first year of my engineering, which was in 2005. So basically, I started singing primarily in 2005, and then later on. They used
2005,
to-
how old are you? You're like 22, 23?
It was 19.
19.
2005, I was 19.
Yeah, but isn't that crazy? At 19, that's when you
Yeah.
realized I have a talent.
Yeah.
You didn't even know this could be an option for you.
Yeah, it was out of the blue, and I knew in my hearts of hearts that music is something which will capitalize most of my life.
Yeah.
Apart from my whatever I might be doing in my life, whether I'll be an engineer, I'll be an IT professional or software engineer or whatever, because I was good at academics any which ways since the beginning. I used to top the class, and with 95% above percentage. So venturing into arts and venturing into this artistic field, into singing, into music, wasn't a decision which was made from the beginning, of course, because I wasn't knowing itself that I could do something like that. But when that was a key, which I realized, the key was that when I realized it, when I came to know about it, I thought and I believed that this is the only thing, and this is the most passionate thing for me, which I can dwell into, which I can dive deep into, and I can make something out of it for my life.
Yeah.
Because that awakening and that knowledge and that realization is quite important. Some people don't have that realization till the end of their lives. Like all their life, they just keep on searching, what's my motto and what's the call for my life. So I realized somehow that singing and music is the call for my life.
Yeah.
That if I venture into it, if I give my 200%, then I'll have something in my hand to show to the whole world. Okay, like I I've done something.
Yeah. And the hardest thing though about being someone like you is you realize you have a talent,
Yep.
but how the industry is it's hard to get your foot in the door. I've
Yeah.
spoken to so many artists. They say, you know, that it's easier now because there's YouTube, there's now
Absolutely.
reality shows and things
Yeah.
like that. But back in the day, if you didn't have somebody in the industry already, nobody was going to take you seriously. So
Yeah.
in a way, do you remember that moment? Because you were actually on a show.
On a reality
Yeah,
show.
you were on a show. So is
But
that
that happened please
But I was just going to
complete
say,
your
is that
question.
something that you were like, okay, this is how I'm going to make it? Or what was your game plan when you like, I said, I'm going to sing now. This is how I'm going to get my foot in the door. Did you know what to do?
I didn't know anything what to do. I didn't know any route. I didn't know any path, any door to knock at. I wasn't shown any proper channel
Yeah.
through which I can just go and showcase my work. I wasn't having any idea about it. Firstly, for the reason being that nobody from my family belonged to this. Then nobody helps you actually. Nobody really wants an outsider to grow inside the industry. They just want their own families or friends or connections to really venture into that, and they want them to go places. And naturally the offers of the job, and in our trade the job is like the work, whatever, be it singing in a film or singing in a serial or doing any music video or any kind of work is not really easy to get unless and until you have that connection.
Yeah.
So I really I had that idea, and I knew that from the beginning, from my college days, when I had given this audition for my college festival for the very first time, and the people who were competing against me, or I was competing against those people, they were in their fifth year of classical learning, sixth year of learning, seventh year of learning, or someone amongst them, some of them were learning since childhood. And I was here, I just, maybe a day or two before I have started singing, or I can just say, okay, I know this song, I know that song, but I never learned a thing about classical. But I had so much of passion, and with me, the most powerful tool in my case, in my opinion, was with me. That was listening to stuff, listening to radio all the time, listening to music. So when you listen, and it's called an art of listening. The music is nothing but how well you listen to a song or to a musical piece. Then you can interpret that song or that piece, that those notes in your own style, in your own way. But how well you listen to a song or how well you listen to the music is how well you can sing it. हिंदी में कहते हैं कि म्यूजिक जो संगीत है वो एक श्रवण विद्या है. Like it's a study of listening. So that was with me. Although I wasn't trained that time, I wasn't in some deep riyaz sessions of Hindustani classical or any kind of Western classical. I wasn't knowing that. But I had listened to so much of music since my childhood, and more so when I was in my 11th and 12th grade, before just getting into my engineering high school. So I had so much of music with me. So that helped. And I perfectly knew the flow of the arrangement. Now violins will come, then the guitars will follow, then there will be a piano piece. So those all things, the knowledge of arrangement of music, the knowledge of how the song is being conceived, and even if you sing something, or agar aap besure ho rahe ho, if you're going off tune or off key, so the knowledge of you being off key should be very important. you should know where are you going wrong.
Yeah.
So that's the most.
Do you actually
important
recognize
thing.
that when you're performing and you hear yourself going off key, you go, I'm going off key?
Yeah. And that's the most essential part for a singer or a musician to come to be aware of. Even if while playing, okay, this note is not there, or this while singing, this note wasn't supposed to be there. So, but it has happened somehow. So then you correct. But yeah, knowing that you are going wrong there is very important. Otherwise, you'll not know the difference between right and wrong. You'll keep on saying wrong. You'll keep on singing wrong things.
Yeah. So one thing I also noticed about you, because I only became familiar with you now, I didn't see like your early days, right? You have really transformed physically. Like you're more confident, but also I feel like you kind of have developed your own sense of style. So is that something that you naturally did, or were people that were giving you advice saying, okay, Amin, you're in the public eye, in order to keep going, you need to look a certain way?
I believe in learning and observing things all the time. I'm an ardent student, not only just in studies, in my academics, but also in music. And music is also a study. Music is nothing but a study. How well you perceive it, it depends on that individual. And I personally feel that if you are doing something from your whole of heart, from each and every cell of your body should be complementing that. And when you know that you have to achieve something like that, then everything conspires you in that direction. There is a very famous book and by a very famous author, The Secret. So it says, ask, believe, receive, by Rhonda Byrne. So when I realized that when I read that book, so the crux of that book is being incorporated in that film Om Shanti Om. अगर आप किसी दिल को शिद्दत से चाहो, तो पूरी कायनात आपको उस चीज से मिलाने में जुट जाती. So that's the thing, that if you have really aspired for something, really wished for something from your heart, from your soul, from your consciousness, from your inner self, then there is no way that you can't achieve it.
So when you say, I want to become the biggest Bollywood singer, is that what you're saying out in the universe? You go, I want to be the top. I want to be the best.
The top will take care of it itself. I want to be the best. I want to be the best to myself. I want to be faithful to myself, sincere to myself, because I know that when I was doing engineering, I was already knowing this, that I'm so passionate about music, and I then had failed in all the subjects in my engineering third semester, I think it was. Semester third. So I flunked in all the subjects.
Wow.
Not because of any girlfriends, not because of any
distractions,
not because of any peer pressure or drugs or something, the things which generally happen in college life, but it was because of music. Music was a drug to me, and it was seriously a superlative form of any kind of morphine that you can suggest. But I was so much into it that I thought that all as it is, I've flunked in all the subjects, so I might as well take a drop and venture completely into music. But my parents and my some very close friends, they told me that you need to complete it. You should complete it, because you'll have a degree by your side, a professional course, an educational degree. So it'll help you as an individual also. And side by side, you can go for that. So
that's good advice, because you never know what happens in this business, right?
So because everyone knew that this is very unstable. This whole showbiz is very what do you say, fickle.
It is.
And
There's so many people that want to be in this business.
Yeah, and there is no guarantee about anything. No one can guarantee, or no one can assure you of 100 songs in a year, or a platinum a CD sale, or 100 million views on YouTube. Nobody can assure.
Yeah.
You can get that by throwing off some money, but that won't be which you are looking for. It should be organic. It should be from it should come from within, and it should come at its own natural speed. But everyone wants to these days is like everyone wants things to happen at a rapid rate. They want it right now, and they want it, at the pace of a snap.
Yeah.
So that has worsened the competition.
So what do you think is the key to success in terms of having that long career? Is it patience? Is that the key?
Absolutely. It has to be the patience, because if you're not patient, then there are so many things happening every day that can easily bog you down and demotivate you.
Like, what's something that would happen that would make you go, oh, I should just give up. Oh, I'm never going to be able to do this.
Because people who just have contacts and some big filthy money, they can just, take away the whole limelight.
Yeah.
And, create a whole new thing, and make things difficult for people like us who are basically who are the students of the art, who are all the time thinking how to improve yourself. I, as an artist, all the time think how to, okay, this show is done now, BMM is done, it's super, it was a super hit show, people loved it. Now I'm not gonna bask in that glory for long. I'm over it, though I'm very thankful. I'm having all the gratitude in the world for the people who came, but I'm not in that. I'm not living in that past.
That's good. You got to keep looking forward.
I got to keep looking forward, and I'm now thinking about the next milestone. What next, and what's happening? How do I go about it, and how do I plan things? How about my future concerts and performances, and my studio performances, my recordings and my music videos. I've shot for a music video here.
Oh, you did?
When I came here,
nice.
I came a bit early to Canada for that same purpose. Because I needed to meet.
We're gonna make this a second home for you. Don't worry. This is gonna be a second home for you. You're gonna spend lots of time here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And so it was nice.
So there's a music video coming out. We're going to recognize a little bit of Toronto in the background.
Yeah, true.
Good.
Toronto,
CN Tower a little bit.
Scarborough.
Yeah. Oh, you went all over. Okay.
Maybe a bit of Humber. We shot at Humber College.
Okay. I haven't even been there, so you're beating me right now.
Yeah, so that place. And we were supposed to go to Rockwood. Okay. And we shot at Caledon.
Okay. You went all over. Wow.
Yeah, because I'm very ruthless when it comes to work. I make people like me. I make people work like me, because I myself, I'm a complete workaholic. And I don't expect any slacky behavior from anyone who's on my set or who's on my some people find it very tough to match that pace, because I'm a Saji after all.
You're a tough boss.
Yeah, I'm not a tough boss, but I just want things to happen the way they are supposed to happen, professionally.
I just want them to be perfect.
Yeah, perfect. You can, the word is perfect.
So, I mean, let me ask you, I know you're just starting off, like you've got the whole world ahead of you. What is the dream though? Like, what is something on your bucket list that you're like, this is my dream, my goal to one day either perform here or perform with this person that I'm going to, I don't know if it's going to be in a few years, maybe it'll take me 20 years, but I know that is something I have to do in my lifetime.
Which is the biggest arena here? I guess that's Scotia Bank Arena.
Yeah.
Right?
So in Toronto, not even anywhere else in the world, this is your dream to
Toronto,
perform.
Since we are here, so I'll start off from here.
Yeah.
So the biggest one, I think it was
Scotia.
earlier called as Air Canada Centre.
Yeah.
I would love to perform there. Then the ultimate destination for me to perform is Wembley, London. And
what about an artist? What if you could co-head a show with somebody? Who would you want? The dream person, the ultimate, anyone.
It'll be Sonu Nigam
Okay.
and
Good pick.
and Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah. Is that your favorite North American artist, Bruno Mars?
There are
Who do you
others
listen
also.
to? Who are some North American
There are
artists?
others also.
Who?
Like first of all, if it had been MJ alive, then I would have easily said MJ.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but So Bryan Adams.
Canadian. I like this.
Yeah, Bryan Adams, Bruno Mars, and I'm pretty much into classical rock
Okay.
and pop.
Okay.
Not much into hip hop though.
Yeah.
Yeah, would love to.
I was gonna say like
Hip hop,
maybe.
R&B, and urban and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, Drake is from here, right?
Yeah.
I came to know. I didn't know that. There's so many people there. It's Adele.
Oh yeah. Even though I think
if
she's
a
taking.
female, if
Yeah,
you're talking about a
yeah.
female artist, then it has to be Adele.
Yeah. Is that something you're actively trying to do to kind of do that crossover where you go to an artist that's North American?
I would love if it happens.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like, because, see, as I said, I'm an universal learner.
Mm-hmm.
I would learn so many things from them. I never said or I never felt or I never believed in that okay, I'm at this level now. Everybody should look up to me, and I have nobody to look up to. So I have never felt that, and I'm very thankful to God that I've never got that feeling, and neither I would want that. Anytime that feeling should settle into me, because the moment you think that you are bigger than the art, then you're finished. As an artist, you're no more an artist. You are something else then, which is definitely not an artist.
For sure. You also need mentors. So, I mean, who is somebody in the industry that is a mentor to you? That if you have a question, if you need advice, you can call them and they give you all the answers you're looking for.
Mr. Himesh, because we started off.
Yes.
He gave me that break that I was needing.
Yeah.
In 2012. So yeah, with Gogo Govinda, I came into the scene and oh my God, and then a lot of songs, Hookah Bar, and
so still today, if you were to call him, he would sit down and make time for you.
He's quite helpful.
Yeah, because you said you're not from this industry. Is that important for you to have somebody like him there, kind of to back you up?
It's absolutely it's indispensable because the tricks of the trade you might not be knowing, or the things, little tiny things here and there you might not be knowing, which these people have lived and breathed and experienced. So if their experience comes to my purpose or comes to my benefit, why not?
Yeah.
Because you have to have a person who's from this industry. For example, I'll share you an experience and whatever some moments which I went through. I had sung like 4-5 the biggest songs of the year, including Gogo Govinda, Hookah Bar, Bon Bon, Son of Sardar, everything. But there was no one to tell me that you have to do your own PR as well, your own promotions, your public relations you have to build. I had that notion since I had not been from that family or any background of filmy, activities. So I was not knowing that you have to actually go out there. You just don't have to sing your song. After singing your song, once it finalizes that it's your voice that is being kept in the master, that's being utilized in the song, because there are so many singers singing the same song. So it's just not the case if you're being called when you're new, of course, then you're being just tried. You're just being tried. Okay, come down to the studio and we'll just try out your voice, how it sounds. So you have not been given any guarantee for that matter. And then when you actually get that approval that you have done a good job and your voice is being retained, then once a song comes out, then that's a question of whether it will be a hit or not. Okay, if it's a hit, then it's good for you. But as far as it is meant for your good, how good is that? Then you are going to make it. Because if you're not doing your PR, then you have to go out there, you have to hire a PR agent or an agency who will work, who will shout out for you, who will, tap every media publication, who will tap every newspaper, every radio station, every TV station, people like you who do interviews, who ask for the experience of that artist related to that song. So I didn't know that there is a whole system like this also. After you, I was like, okay, I've done my song, I have recorded it. Now the people, once it is out, people will recognize my voice. They will tap on me, they will try to search me, they will try to contact me, then they will have their interviews, they will call, I'll be called for more songs by all the composers, by more musicians, by the entire industry. I'll be known amongst everyone. So but by that time, this is the very orthodox way, and it had been happening in the past. But as the digital mediums and social media and everything, they just grew more in stature. So all these orthodox measures and orthodox methods, they just took a backseat. And it was no more like that you're just singing it, and then you're just sitting back and relaxing in your house, and people will come to you. I learned that a very hard way, because that didn't happen. And after 6 months, I started my PR when all the songs were done. And you need to do your PR when the iron is hot. You have to hit it hard when it's really hot, and I couldn't do it. So that's what I'm saying. To get that proper guidance is so important and essential, because if you had gotten that advice at the right time, then you would have actually acted it in the right way. But yeah, off late, then later on, I just I speeded up the process, because I had already lost out on some time. So that's the same. That's the reason when people sometimes they get confused with the songs. They know the songs, but they don't know the artist.
Yeah.
That's why that thing happens.
Yeah.
And that's trust me, that's a very wrong and more than wrong, that's a very dreaded place to be in as an artist.
Well, it's a hard life, because one thing to do the song and the music, I know that takes a lot of time, but then it's the other stuff. Like, you have to do a lot of sacrifices.
The other stuff in fact, the other stuff is more time consuming and more exhausting.
Because you didn't go into this business to do this stuff. You did it for the music. So it's almost like a hassle.
And yes, an artist has to be an artist completely.
Yeah.
But if an artist has to be a businessman also somewhere, so yeah, I have learned it, and I'm still learning it, and I'll keep learning those tricks. But an artist is at its best and the most comfortable when it's just about the art. I don't know what's going to happen, what time it's going to come on air, how much time it will take to come on air, what's the follow up of that channel, what is their Insta handle, what is their Facebook ID. Since I am so inquisitive about things to happen in a perfect way, because of the whole thing, or the whole scenario which happened, I just shared with you in the beginning, right there at the beginning, I faced that. So I don't that has shook me so much that I don't want that to happen anyway in the future.
But it's okay. You learned a lesson, and now you won't let that happen. And that's why you're here in Canada, your first tour. So it'll be exciting, and hopefully lots more. Let's actually talk about the business side. So you already said you have a team. What is the greatest lesson you learned about the business? Making sure you're getting paid, and making sure that your name gets credited. All that is that
my names get spelled the right way. I don't know why the hell people just love to take my name or write my name the wrong way. They have
they
to
spell Aman.
No, they more than that, they have more options. They have more options to screw up my name, just not one option.
How do you screw up Amin?
Like AMANN or AMAAN. And more than that, my surname, they love to play around with my surname. It's
a very unique name.
TRIKHA. They do TRIKA, they do TRIKCA, they accept the real spell, they do everything.
That's okay. I am in the same boat as you. My name is always wrong.
It's bang on. It's so simple. TRIKHA. Except TRIKHA, they do every permutation combination in the whole world.
I can't wait till people see this interview and then they tweet at you spelling your name wrong. And then you're like, I just told you.
Don't worry. They have to. There will be so many people. There have to be so many people doing this wrong. They'll, maybe mix up our names.
No,
Aman Dhillon, Amin Trikha.
yeah,
Something like
maybe.
that.
But because I do it with the I, people are always like, I don't understand. You're Punjabi. Why do you have this I in there? I'm like, it's a long story. It's my stage name. Calm
Amin
down.
Sayani is my mentor, you can say.
Yeah.
I hope you know Amin Sayani. Say Amin Sayani is the biggest. He's a legendary guy who was a radio jockey. He was like during 50s and 60s there used to be a very hugely popular show Binaka Geet Mala. He was the RJ of that, and the whole of India used to just wait for his show to come, because you are also in that vocal business.
So then, yeah, maybe I should become friends with this guy. We would probably have a lot in
Yeah,
common.
you should Google him, and you should
Yeah. So let me ask you, what are some things that you do to keep motivated?
I keep listening to new stuff, like whatever new or old. I just love to explore music. It need not to be Indian music. As I told, like I sing, I listen to so many people, and around the world. Maybe old. It has to be. It can be classical rock. It can be jazz. It can be country. It can be blues. So that I get updated, and whatever knowledge I have, it gets expanded. It becomes more. Because of the fact, when I get something, when there is a slack period or something, when I get out of it, or when something big comes my way, then I am more than equipped than before to deliver at that place and that time. Because being updated is very important. People, you have to keep on changing your, keep on adding a thing or two to your armory.
Of course.
You can't just rely on the same sound and the same things. Of course, people love your basic ingredients, but as an artist, you have to keep improving, because the time is flying by so fast. The sound of music is changing every 4-5 years in Bollywood, if you're speaking, and that has a direct relation with the international music, the world music. The world music is also changing, so that's why Bollywood is also changing, because they see up to that, and they are influenced by that, and they want to incorporate those sounds in Bollywood mainstream music with those bigger artists, with Shah Rukh Khans or Salman Khans, Amitabh Bachchans. When they do something which is reminiscent of the music which happens in West. For example, Shah Rukh flew down Akon for his song Chammak Challo. So
that was a great song.
Those all collaborations happen.
So what advice would you have for other singers who are starting out now and they want to be in the business? What advice would you give them?
Don't make your life someone else's. Be original. This is the most important thing that I just wanted to share, because I am not a guru. I'm not a preacher, and I'm not such a big guy to tell someone or to teach someone. I'm not a teacher, so I can, as just a friendly or a brotherly gesture, I can just share the stuff, and through my own experiences, I can say that don't try to be someone else. Just because they are popular. And mimicking those voices and singing in that culture or in that particular style will give you some fame, but it'll just be 15 seconds of fame. Trust me, not more than that. If you want to be there, if you want to be an evergreen commodity or a product to the society or to the system or to your own self, then you have to be original. Whatever is there inside you, you just have to pop it out, and don't worry about what anyone will say, the repercussions. Don't worry about the effects or what the feedback of the people. People are there. People are meant to discriminate or bog you down and demotivate you. A very few amount of people will be there by your side, will back you, will support you. So be with them and trust your own self and believe in yourself.
That's great advice. Well, thank you so much for coming and chatting with us.
My pleasure.
Please come back. Will you come back on the show? I want you to come back. I want you to come back.
Only if you have the hamper next time.
Okay, I'm going to try to get you a hamper. You might be disappointed. You'll be like, why are they all female products? But, congratulations on you and everything. I'm so excited to see where this happens. And I'm excited to see this music video.
I'm on the search to find it. I may insist, but I'll overcome. 'Cause I is it gonna go? I hear it running through my blood. If I'm feeling it, then I don't stand a chance.